Just putting a little disclaimer before we start. You can pause to read if you want, but if not, we're going to get into the video. Hey human, welcome to my little corner of the internet. I am so happy you decided to take some time out of that busy day of yours to come and see me and see what I'm up to. Do you know how many people there are on YouTube? Like, you could have chose like billions of videos to click on, and you click on this video out of the billions that you could have chosen. Thank you. Honestly, like, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. You clicking has supported me and supported my dreams more than you could know, and I really, really appreciate it. If you are new here, hello there, I'm Fern, and I am a person. Look at this. This right here, a person. I'm not a plant, I'm not a dinosaur, I'm not 5 raccoons in a trench coat, I'm not a pufferfish in a Halloween costume, I'm not a zombie, I'm not a robot, I'm not AI, I'm simply Fern the person, and it is lovely to meet you. If you are returning, hello there. Welcome back. It's so lovely to see you again. Again? I can't believe I'm saying that. It's so lovely to see you again. You've come back for multiple videos? That's crazy. That, honestly, absolutely crazy. Thank you so much for your continued support. I really, really do appreciate it. Hand on heart, I've got to do it up here so you can see. I appreciate it so, so much. More than you could know. Today, I am building a house worth no more than 15,000 in The Sims, and a random number generator is going to tell me which pack I'm allowed to use. I'm really hoping that it is a nice pack, a cheap one, you know, maybe Eco Lifestyle or something cheap. But who knows, who knows? So, shall we get into it? There's going to be a little heart in the middle of your screen, and when it comes all the way back, we will be in the game. Okay, shall we spin for a number? I say spin, we're randomly number generating. Shall we randomly number generate for whichever expansion pack we're going to get? I think we shall. I think we shall. So, 1 to 20 is the range that we are going to be choosing from. Are we ready? Are we steady? 3, 2, 1, go! 9. Okay, number 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Eco Lifestyle? I'm gobsmacked, but I'm so happy right now. That's like the best one that we could have got. Oh my goodness. Okay. Ah! I'm excited. I like how at the start of the video I was like, yeah, I'm hoping for Eco Lifestyle, but like honestly we're probably going to get like Life and Death or something. No, we got Eco Lifestyle. I'm very happy with that. That wasn't meant to happen. I didn't realise that they played music now. Okay. Eco Lifestyle. We're building an eco home. How exciting! Okay, here we are. Here's the lot we're going to build on. I know I could build in the eco lifestyle world, but I'm not in the mood for that today. So we're going to build here, and I'm going to go through and put on the right packs. So we've got base game and eco lifestyle. Very good, very nice. Perfect. So because this build has to be like no more than 15,000 and I like cluttering things quite a lot, I'm thinking we go for quite a small house. Like almost tiny home but not quite tiny home sort of vibes, if that makes any form of sense at all. I say and then do this, which is kind of massive. Yeah, we're going to ignore that. We're just going to pretend that this is smaller than it actually is. Because I have plans, okay? I have plans. And you've got to trust me on this one. I'm not sure whether to have a roof here or whether to have like fencing. I haven't quite decided which one to go for yet, to be honest with you. Maybe I do roofing and make it like a glass roof. Maybe that could be fun. I feel like a glass roof could be very fun, actually. Just like a little bit there. And then I've got to do like at least something to make the front look interesting. So maybe I'll do that just for, you know, just like the tiniest little bit of interest. This is like the most typical house shape. Well, this one here is the most typical house shape you will ever get in The Sims. It is a box with a smaller box at the front. You see this everywhere. And at the back of the house, you will never believe what I'm about to say next, but we're going to put another little box. I know, riveting content. But then we're going to make it interesting by placing down fences. Yay! And if I do one here and like one here, then it kind of looks like there's a fence the whole way across when you look at it from the right angle. And I don't know, it looks kind of cool in my imagination, at least. So we're going to let it stay. We're going to put fences there as well, I think, for like a bin or something. I reckon we're going to go with the classic eco lifestyle colour, which I never do. I literally never choose windows or floor or decoration in this colour, but we're doing it. And we can go like kind of crazy on the windows because they're only 20, they're like so cheap. And I'm making them look weird on purpose. It wasn't on purpose at the start, but it is on purpose now. Oh, I might have that one be the other way around. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. Look at how beautiful that looks. Beautiful potentially might be a strong word at this moment in time, but it won't always be a strong word. So, with that in mind, let's go through and sort out our wall paints thing. So we'll have our glass roof there. Maybe in this one. Wait, are these two just exactly the same? You don't want those two to be exactly the same. We'll do it in hexagons then. We'll also put the eco roof on there as well. So it's like nice and eco-friendly sort of thing. Oh, I forgot to put a trim on this part at the back here. Silly me. I will do that. I will put a trim there. And then wall colour. I'm not sure what wall colour to go for, to be honest, because it has to match the orange windows while still looking cool. I think maybe the orange windows and the darker roof don't go as well. Maybe if I go with like a green roof or something, it'll look a bit better. Yeah, I think I prefer the green roof. But I might keep the darker trim because it matches the glass roof. Unless I did like that glass roof, but then that's kind of sad. I really like the hexagons. I mean, I could go through and just change the colour of everything and have that colour be like an accent colour. I don't know. Because this way we're like completely changing the vibe to more modern. And this way it's like not modern. Does that make sense? Maybe we will have a modern house. Maybe we'll just go for it. Maybe we'll be modern beings. I say modern. Maybe modern isn't the right word. I don't know what the right word would be though. I feel like this is kind of modern. Ooh, hang on. I like the look of that when I extend the roof out to match there. That looks kind of cool. I kind of like that quite a bit actually. I just need to change the ceiling of the roof. The ceiling of the roof? I need to change the painting of the roof to match. And then go through and choose a colour for the wall, which I might have just made like 10 times harder for myself. Honestly, that doesn't look too bad. Though it is like kind of giving industrial and not giving eco, which wasn't the plan actually. The plan was for eco house. Boop 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 boop. Maybe I just go for that. And we like let it sit for a little bit and see how we feel after we've let it sit. And go through and start tackling the inside a little bit. So for the inside, this here is going to be a greenhouse slash work skill building room, because you need a skill building room in a Sims build. That is necessary. And then I think we could say that a single person lives here. Maybe we could build this for like a single mom or something. Oh, but then if we do it for a single mom, then we don't have a lot of room for a bathroom at all. Unless I put the bathroom like there and have that be the living space. But I don't really like the idea of that. You know what? I'll put the bathroom there in the center of the two. Oh, but then it's got like a glass roof on top of it. Yeah, maybe not actually. Maybe the bathroom won't go there. Oh, but then where do I put a bathroom? Because like single mom kind of vibes. Like that'd be the mom's room, that'd be the kids' room, that'd be a skill room, that'd be the living space. So where do I fit a bathroom into this? I could always put the bathroom like this. And then we could have a sink and a toilet there and a shower there. That's kind of nice, actually. We'll go with that. Okay, this is the layout that we've got so far. So we've got living space, bedroom, bathroom, skill room. Hi, my hair is now up. I have a cat sitting behind me on my chair, and the outside of the build has been changed ever so slightly. But apart from that, we are all good to get working on the inside. Now, I do want this house to be under 15,000 and we're already at 4,000, so I'm going to have to be a little bit careful. I'm going to get down all of the necessities first, so like a bed, 2 beds even, kitchen, utensils, not utensils, kitchen supplies, kitchen things, probably like a dining table or something. We don't have room for a dining table. Can we have a living room of any sort at all? Because that'd be kind of cool if we could, you know? Like a tiny, tiny, tiny little living room area. I'm struggling to lay this out a little bit. Do you know what? I can go through and do the other rooms quickly. That is probably the most helpful course of action here. Toilet. And I'm honestly going to sell that window because it's a bathroom. We don't need 2 windows. Oh, we need doors too into all the rooms. That would be a smart idea, wouldn't it? Since this is such a tiny house, I've had a little play around and I think it would be better if we had like just a little desk there rather than having a whole living room section, because we could potentially have just like seating if we extended this part out, but that's just seating. And is seating really that useful? I don't know, because we'd end up giving the vibes of this styled room here where it's just like kind of sad. And I'm not sure if we'd want to go for that, to be honest. I mean, to be fair, there are multiple living rooms that don't have TVs in them. Do you know what? Maybe we should do it. Maybe we should try it out and just see what happens. So we'd have to move this slot out by 1, which I don't think looks bad from the back. I think it looks all right. And we'd have to obviously shrink in the bathroom a little bit. And then we'd have like this space here if I moved this around a little bit. And then we could potentially go for a vibe of one of these and just see how it looks. So we'd probably end up with like this as the setup. I mean, I guess it's not too bad. Then we could have a little bin there. We could even have it like this and have a TV there. Oh, do you know what? That actually works kind of well. Yeah, we'll do that. And I will stick this fence back there for a little bit of separation and design. Okay, can we get a really cheap TV? 500, 200? I mean, we'll go with the 500 one, but we can always change it later if necessary. Living room, kitchen, hallway, bedroom, bathroom, skill room. Skill room, I want to make sure I've got skill items in. So for example, like we could get a candle making table in there. I think the fabricator might be a little bit too expensive for us. Just potentially just a tiny, tiny, insy tinsy wincy little bit. And by tiny little bit, I mean an awful lot. I think it's just way too expensive. But we can fill it with these growing things and just have like a bunch of plants in here. I could also put like a children's thing as well, since this is a kid's house. We could have a little science table in here. I kind of like that. And then in the kids' actual room, we could like put one of these and just see. Okay, save the game. That is all of the basic furniture down, but I don't have any of the walls painted and I don't have any of the floors painted either. I would kind of like to go with this wood, make everything else look a little bit modern in a different way. So we could potentially go with like that on the wall, and then it matches the outside a little bit. And in the kids' room, we'll have a more fun wallpaper. Have a wallpaper to like match the bed maybe. I'll go for that bed. I think we'll match the colour of the pillow with that one. Pillow colour matched. And then we're up to 10,000, which is ouchies. We'll go with, because the wall in the tile, the what? What am I talking about? Because the wall in the bathroom is so like plain and dark, we'll go with like a fun flooring. And then in here, we'll just go with the same wallpaper that we've gone with everywhere else. And then I can go through and like work on properly furnishing the inside. I feel like we're going to have to stick with this sofa setup. I feel like that potentially is the only way. We'll stick with these appliances too. We'll just change them to match a little bit better. The living room could do with a little carpet as well, couldn't it? Like a little rug. Oh, maybe if I do a blue rug and like a really dark couch. Oh, and then I can get the blue on the little chair as well, and that'll pull it in quite nicely. I like that. I like that quite a bit, actually. We need a little painting on the wall, I've decided. Although all the paintings are so expensive. Could you not be cheaper? Is that not something that you can do? Oh, do you know what? I forgot. I forgot to put lights. We don't have any lights, like, anywhere. We now have lights. Lighting. Woohoo! Living room area. Do we want an extra seat, or do we want like a nice table thing? Because we could have a nice table thing. Okay, little living room area with a plant and a painting, and we'll even give them a window. Look at that. Don't say I'm not generous. Kitchen area is looking very basic. It'll have to stay basic because I want them to have a functional counter. We could give them like a Tea Magic personal brewer there and put some clutter on this one and then have this one be the functional shelf. That is an option. We can just like add a little bit of kitchen clutter in. What counts as kitchen clutter? These count as kitchen clutter. Yeah, I guess we'll just go with this. And we'll just organize it nicely. So we've got plants and kitchen roll and a little bit of utensil by the oven. Kitchen is done. I didn't mean to click that. Kitchen is done. I just organised the stuff that I found out earlier, basically. I put these pans on the wall and I hid a little smoke alarm like behind one of the pans so that you can't see it, but it's still there. I also put in... Hang on, there we go. I also put in a burglar alarm and I put one in here as well. And I also edited the layout of this room just a tiny, teeny little bit because I was waiting for some construction noise to stop and I got a little bit bored, so I just started rearranging the furniture in the skill room. But now we have got like 2,000 budget left and we still have to do 2 bedrooms and an outside and a bathroom as well, and I'm starting to panic a little bit. I'm starting to sit here and be like, ooh, did I bite off a little bit more than I can chew? Is that something that I just did? And you know what, I think it might be. But you know what, it's fine. So, in the parents' bedroom, I've decided I'm going to leave it so that, like, if you did have, like, two parents rather than just a single parent, you could still have them both there. I'm going to take advantage of the fact that this mirror is only 40, and I'm also going to try and take advantage of any cheap furniture that I can find that is from Eco Lifestyle because I know a lot of it's quite cheap. Ooh. This shelf is only 25 and it is so full of stuff. Oh, what if I put it here instead of the painting? Is that something that I can reasonably do? Does it look a bit too bulky? It might look a little bit too bulky. Oh, but it's so cheap. So's this. All of the shelves from Eco Lifestyle are all so cheap and I want to use them just because. I don't think there's anywhere I can put them, unfortunately. Ooh, this little cabinet's really cute. And it's only 30. Maybe I could put it in the bathroom. Maybe they could have a little cabinet in the bathroom. Maybe that could be fun. And I should put the cheap mirror in the bathroom as well. I'm sorry, but it's 40. I know it's quite long, but it's 40. The next cheapest one is 50, and it's so much smaller. And then dressers, they're all quite expensive, to be honest. Is there something other than a dresser I can put there? What about something like from study? So what about this? Yeah. A little shelf. On the little shelf, we can put some books just so that they have like a functional bookcase in their house. Then this part of the room feels quite empty, so I might try and put something there, but I don't know what I'd put there. Because it has to be small enough that they can like squeeze past. I know what I'm settling on. I'm going to get the chair and I'm going to put the chair there. And then they can sit and read on the chair and it feels less empty. And I can also give them a little bit of like art for the wall. That one isn't small, but like it's quite pricey. We'll have it for now, but we might need to remove it later. The things that we can compromise on, is that the right word? I hope it is. The things that we can compromise on if we need to are this painting here and the TV. We will change those if we have to later on. And that is the parents' bedroom pretty much done. It's quite empty, but honestly, I think that's okay. I'd rather it be functional. And then onto the kids' room. I mean, can I put this under the bed and have it still be functional? I might be able to. I might be able to get away with that. And then we'll give them a Blarfy. A Blarfy and like a toy box. That might be all that we can afford. Put the toy box in the corner and put the Blarfy next to it. But we can always put like a little like this thing on the wall. We can give them some like rabbits and stuff. Oh, or we could have the clouds. Yeah, the clouds take up a bit more space. And they come in multiple colours. So we can choose colours that match better. And we'll give them a little rug as well. Because they deserve a little rug. They can have a little like ladybug one. Perfect. Kids' room sorted. The bathroom we already went through and did. But I need to give them toilet paper. I know people complain about toilet paper in The Sims being expensive, but what you've got to remember is this one roll of toilet paper here is basically infinite. You put it down and that's it. They never need to refill it. You're paying 50 for an infinite roll of toilet paper that never runs out. I'd say that's a decent deal. If you ask me, that is a very decent deal. I might raise this up a little bit, and by a little bit I mean a lot, and we'll see if it's still functional when I playtest the build later. And then the skills room, I would like a rug in as well if I can, though maybe I can't, unless we go with this one again. And honestly, I feel like the skill room can just kind of stay as it is. I think it's fine like this. Maybe we'll put a little painting up there or something. Yeah, there can be a little tree behind the kids thing then. And one more thing that kids absolutely need is a chess table. So, oh no, we can't afford a chess table. I was about to say, so we should definitely get one of those, but can we get one of those? We need to find one of our compromises and do the compromise thing is what we need to do. Hello TV, goodbye TV. You are becoming a penguin. Hello painting, goodbye painting. You are being replaced with dinosaurs. Oh, but we're still over budget. How much is the dinosaur? 300? Ay, ay, ay. Maybe the kids drew on their wall. Yeah, we'll pretend that like the kids came in and like doodled all over the wall. There we go. That's better. And cheaper as well. And then that might be all of the furnishing that we can do. I'm definitely going to go through and do like outdoor bits, but the only thing that I would put outdoors really is one of the recycling machines. And we can't afford that. We can't afford an entrepreneur table. I mean, we can afford an insect farm. Oh, maybe we can put the insect farm here and have it so that it's like being coloured in by the kids. I think that's kind of cute actually. And then we'll go through and we'll use debug for all of the landscaping because that is all of our budget. We've got less than 50 simoleons left. Not even enough for toilet paper. Although I say that. Infinite toilet paper. Infinite toilet paper. Content. Live edit. Debug. Done. So we're over here. But am I going to landscape to match the environment or am I just going to landscape for the fun of it? I'm probably just going to landscape for the fun of it, to be honest with you. Can I make it different from how I usually make it? Can I do something that makes the landscaping look unique and exciting? Because I always do exactly the same thing for landscaping. And it's kind of stinky. I probably shouldn't do that. And we can have some little purple flowers. Yeah. Little purple flowers and little flowers. I think that is the play. And then we can do the same over here. We can have the flowers and the purple flowers and a little bush. See, this is not turning out badly. Oh, I just used the copy tool. Okay. I might have to go through in a second and redo all my filters, so you'll have to bear with me. You know what, I'll copy all the landscaping before I go through and redo all the filters. It'll just make my life easier. With that, I feel like the landscaping might be done, but I have had a terrible thought. I have not put a bin in this build, and the bins cost money. Did I just X off the eco lifestyle and base game tags? I did not mean to do that. But I need 155 for an outdoor bin and that's so expensive. I don't want to. Because now we're 100 over budget and I don't know what I can sell. Unless I like get rid of one of the burglar alarms. Maybe I just get rid of both of the burglar alarms. Maybe I get rid of the pans. Oh, I don't know if I can get rid of the pans though. I really like them. Can I get rid of the cookie jar on top of the fridge? I can! And if I get rid of the cookie jar on top of the... Oh no, I still need to get rid of the burglar's alarm. Okay. I was about to say maybe I don't need to get rid of the burglar alarm. No, I do. And with that... Oh no! No, 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 no. Landscaping. Hello? What's wrong with me? I was about to be like, yeah, the build, it's kind of done, guys. No, it isn't. You haven't landscaped. Bad Fern. Naughty Fern. Paint around the outside with dirt. Do a little bit there. Paint around the outside with dirt. I'm being sloppy on the inside bits because I'm going to put path there. Okay. Then paint around it with dirt. Paint around this with dirt. Paint around this with dirt. Basically, it's a very repetitive process and I've just got to paint around everything with dirt. And then I will paint everything with these. And then I'm going to shrink the brush a little bit and just do like a path that kind of winds around the garden and goes in here so that the bug farm has something. And then we go back to the dirt and we outline that and we go over some of the heavy traffic areas as well. People will be walking on this bit a lot. So that bit will be kind of dirty. People will be walking by the front door a lot and by this door a lot. And then people will probably be walking around here a decent amount too. And of course there are like bugs there as well, so it'll just get dirty anyway. And then we need to go around the outside of this path. And around the outside of the path. And look at our beautiful house. Would you like a little tour? I think you would like a little tour. So, starting off out here, we've got this beautiful exterior with an outdoor bin that I didn't forget, and a chess table for your child. Coming inside, we first have a beautiful skill room. Ooh, wow, look at that, a skill room, nice. Then we have a beautiful kitchen. We have a beautiful living room area. We have the parents' bedroom with the kids' drawings on the walls. We have the kids' bedroom without the kids' drawing on the walls. We have the bathroom that is looking very fancy, very snazzy. And last but not least, follow the little path outside, we have the bug farm area. And yeah, that's the build. Yay! I filmed myself playtesting the build, sat down to edit the footage, and the audio got completely corrupted. I was sat there listening and the whole thing was like it was like, oh, my poor ears. I'm not going to put in an example for you because your poor ears will hurt so much. Shall I show you what the gallery post is that I made so that you can download this build if you want to? I think I shall. Bam. I'm in the wrong place. Hi, I'll lean over here. This is the gallery post. My gallery name is Fern the Person, same as on YouTube. The lot is called Under 15k Eco Home by Fern the Person. Shared that time value 14,883. And the description is, hi, thank you for clicking on my build. This is an eco home using only one pack, made for a 1 or 2 parent family with 1 kid. Everything has been play tested and should work fine. Skill items include chess table, oven, candle making station, kids science table, kids activity table, easel, blah blah. I hope you love the build as much as I do, and then I've put like loads of hashtags. Some of them are like actually relevant and other ones are like hashtag cheese. So yeah. Back to the nope, wrong one. Back to the exit screen. Hi. Thank you so much for watching my video today. It really, really, really does mean the world to me. I can't tell you how much it means to me. You're supporting me, you're supporting my dreams. I know I said it at the start of the video, but you're making my dreams come true just by sitting here and giving me your time. And time is so precious, and your precious time you're giving to me to watch my video, that is crazy. Thank you. Thank you so much. I love you. Thank you. Before we leave, I've got 2 little things for you. Number 1, hydrate. Hydrate yourself. If you've gone this whole video without hydrating, you have gone, let me check, 31 minutes without hydrating, or more like 35 at this point. And that's a very long time not to have hydrated, so please do that. Second of all, hi, I just want to remind you that you are amazing, okay? Your mental health matters so much, and you as a person matter so much. You as an individual matter so much. Um, you you are so worthy, you are so valid, and you're so much more than just enough. You're off the charts. You're amazing. Your worth is not based on what you look like. It's not based on what you can contribute. It's not based on anything apart from the fact that you're priceless. This probably isn't as in depth as usual. It's almost midnight. I am a little bit sleepy. I was expecting to hit upload and everything would be good and I could go to bed, and then I opened up my footage and it went and I was like, okay, wonderful. So here I am. All of my other social media is in the description box. I am live on Twitch 4 days a week, and sometimes I'll post on Instagram and TikTok. It's very rare, but sometimes I will. I'm also working on a Discord server. Ooh, the Discord server will be 18 plus, and my streams are also 18 plus, so just keep that in mind. Thank you again for being here today. You you are enough. You are loved, you are wanted, and you make the world a better place. And so many people would be so heartbroken if you weren't here anymore. So make sure you're here, okay? Do everything in your ability to make sure you're here. Make sure you're caring for yourself and make sure you're looked after. It is that sad part of the video where I love you and I leave you. Thank you again. Thank you. And may you have a wonderful rest of your day with so many reasons to smile. This is Fern. Over and out.